Escape the dungeon!
Hello, everybody. This is Escape the Dungeon, the podcast where we ask you to join us as we explore the world beyond the world's oldest role-playing game. My name is Mike Cripps, and I will be your master of ceremonies, and I am joined by four mystifying players. Zach Brass.
Why ceremonies, though? Like, we're not, it's just, I don't know, choice of GM name in this one intrigues me.
Dom Brass.
Hi, I say less.
Nate Brass.
What's up, Internet? I think ceremonies kind of fits the vibe. A lot of these kind of monsters I feel like would have deep ceremonies.
It makes me think of a wedding.
It makes me think of vampires.
And Tyler Knittle.
Makes me think of... I don't know.
Good one, Tyler.
Each season, we will be playing a different tabletop role-playing game. This season, we are playing Urban Shadows 2nd Edition, a Powered by the Apocalypse game published by Magpie Games. You guys ever go to the Pacific Northwest?
The closest I've been is San Francisco.
I've not been to San Francisco.
The closest I've been is, ironically, Las Vegas.
I just went for the first time this past weekend. Becky and I went to go visit some friends in Portland, Oregon. Really enjoyed it. Nice trip. Just went for a couple days for like a long weekend. And one of the things that we did there is we went to
disc golf.
No disc golf. We went to the Tillamook Cheese and Ice Cream Factory. You guys familiar with Tillamook?
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it is a brand that makes it out to the East Coast. I definitely don't remember ever seeing it when I lived there, but it's pretty good quality cheese. It's pretty good quality ice cream. We went to the factory where they make it, and we got to see some of the cheese being made. Really cool. And then, you know, afterwards they've got like they've got free samples. They've got an ice cream shop, and we got some really good ice cream. But here's the thing about ice cream is
it's not cheese.
It's not cheese.
Because you got me at cheese.
It's
like
dairy,
I was like, wait a second, they've got cheese at this
Well,
factory.
I'm interested on what he's talking about with this ice cream. What's up with the ice cream?
Your guys' thoughts on this. Can ice cream have too many toppings or fillings?
100%.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not even a question. What's Nate's weird take on
Yeah.
this? Are you about to say no?
No,
I don't think
yes.
he will.
I think like
Wow.
2, probably 3 flavors is good.
Okay.
Okay, good.
I think
good,
Mike
good.
thought we were psychotic degenerates who put a bunch of weird crap on their ice cream. That's what I
Like,
think.
I'm a little simple.
I'm glad you guys agree with me because when I brought it up, with the people that we were with, it was like I just stabbed Julius Caesar in the back, and I thought everyone else was going to join me, but they didn't. And so, like, I'm like, guys, I thought this was the Ides of March, but no. There's just too much sometimes. Like, I really just want like some vanilla ice cream and like a sauce or a topping with it. And that to me is like perfect.
I completely agree. You know, like even getting into like, I guess, you know, sometimes a topping and sauce can work well together if there's like some unity in the idea there, you know, but like, let's calm down. We don't need like fucking, I wanted ice cream, not like fucking a bowl of cookies and, you know, sprinkles with jelly beans on it.
Yeah, it's too much. Sometimes simple is best. And you know, I honestly feel that way about pizza as well. And this really got some blowback when I mentioned it recently. But I kind of think a cheese pizza with no toppings is like the best pizza.
I'm not with you there.
Disagree hard.
Yeah.
No.
Now, personally,
Hard
I don't
disagree.
need a lot of toppings, but and sometimes even just like 1 or 2 toppings is all you need, really. That's plenty. But like, I will say that I like an ice cream. I'm not typically a guy for like a ton of different toppings.
Well, I don't want to I want to taste the combination, right?
Yeah.
Like, so there's only so many that like at a certain point are like,
I'm
what am I
also
eating?
more pro vegetables than meat on my pizza in general.
So when it comes to like when they make the stuff on site, you know, like you go to a creamery or you go to a brewery. For me, it's breweries. One of the things I go for first is a lager, because if it's bad, that means they suck at brewing.
So you know the harder to make stuff is gonna be bad if the lager's bad.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the lager is hard to make.
Oh, I see. I don't know anything about brewing.
Surprisingly.
Dude.
Oh yeah, no. Lager styles are really hard to make.
So what's the easy beer to make?
You know those beers where it's like a hazy ale and they just throw a bunch of shit in it?
Oh, the kind I
it.
don't like.
Exactly. Like right now, what do I got? I got this peach Festina Peach from Dogfish Head, one of my favorite breweries, but not my favorite beer because it's got a bunch of shit in it and it covers up the beer not being, you know, stellar.
What's with all bars selling 90% hazy IPAs? I fucking hate it. Give me options on the beers that are enjoyable. Why is it all there's 13 different hazy IPAs?
Because you don't have to do any extra steps with like
They're
lagers.
easy to make and they sell well.
Like a lager, you have to like manage temperature control through the whole process, and it's a massive pain in the ass.
I am so with you, Nate. Like, all I want is like Tyler was saying, a lager or a pilsner, you know, something like easy to drink that isn't going to punch me in the face when I sip it. You know?
I love a good lager, but they're rare, you know. People don't like making them.
I only drink them as an introduction to a brewery because I have it set as a standard of their brewing skill. As to preference, I like different stuff. I do like the hazy IPAs, but I also really like the sours.
IPAs are best.
Beer that doesn't taste
I love
like
a good
beer.
IPA. It just tastes like beer to me.
I once went on a thing called Paddle for Pints in Michigan with my family. Basically a pub crawl on kayaks.
That sounds
I
awesome.
almost drowned, but not because I was drinking.
That doesn't sound
just
awesome.
Because I was in a shitty kayak. But one of the breweries we went to, I got this sour that I like really liked. I thought it was super delicious. And then my cousin got the same one and took like one sip, and then like her face just, you know, like squished together and like the most like I hate this so much. And I was like, oh, what's the matter? Too sour? And she's like, no, it tastes and smells like barf. And so
Yeah.
I then smelled it. And like, I couldn't get it out of my mind after that. I was like, oh no, this is barf.
They do smell terrible. It's a weird one. But sours taste delicious, yeah.
When I make sours, because I homebrew, I know it's good when it literally smells like baby barf. That's my metric.
You know what else smells like baby barf? Our podcast. Previously on Urban Shadows, Ezra discovered his missing sister Cassie has bought his soul from his former patron Azriel. Cassie made it clear that she wants him to bring back her dead fiancé Johnny. To do that, she'll need Ezra to hunt down some of the last people to see Johnny alive. Meanwhile, Chris got a call from Leon, who said he needs to share info about a final Sons of Earthly Filth plot. This turned out to be a lie, and the gang was led into an ambush meeting with Ryan, Arizona. Dale convinced him they could potentially be aligned and work together to investigate the death of Nigel. If they can help Arizona get inside the Vegas sand operation. Hoping to get a lead on sand and Ezra's quarry, the group has entered into a demonic casino where souls are the currency. You guys want to open with a flashback?
Yeah, sure. I love me a good flashback. You know what it makes me think of?
Don't say it.
Hey, he said it, not me.
I'm not gonna say it, but you know.
Zach, let's open, a few years ago with Ezra and Johnny out on the town. Johnny, your best friend. Johnny, who has asked you to be his best man in his wedding to your sister, Cassie. Tell me a little bit about Johnny.
I mean, you've met Ezra, right? Who do you think would be Ezra's best friend?
Okay, let's go around the table real quick. Everybody tell me one thing about the kind of guy who would be Ezra's best friend.
He uses finger guns excessively.
Yes, absolutely. Uses finger guns excessively.
I think he, and most likely Ezra, secretly but not outwardly, very into magic cards. Magic the Gathering.
Love it. Dom, give me a quality about Johnny.
He's manager at a Subway. Just, no disrespect. No disrespect.
Fantastic.
He does all right.
He does all right. And Tyler, tell me something about Johnny.
Johnny loves motocross. He is super into it.
Oh, of course he is. Duh.
Fantastic. I think we've all got a pretty clear image of who Johnny is. You and Johnny and, the other assorted groomsmen who are at this bachelor party in Vegas from out of town, celebrating with Johnny his pending nuptials. You just spent like a couple days out in the desert, motocrossing, playing Magic the Gathering together. Not that you would ever tell anybody about it. And now you're in the city proper. Johnny wants to do some gambling. So you've gone to the casinos up and down the strip. Johnny's wearing his flashiest patterned shirt, the kind that guys wear in Vegas. And he's got his Subway branded baseball cap that he's wearing around.
No. Ezra wouldn't let him go out with that.
Come on, Ezra. Give it. I look good in it.
You're not going out repping a fucking sandwich store.
It's not just a sandwich store, okay? I mean...
Yeah. And you're a sandwich artist, not a sandwich slinger.
I'm a manager, and you know that, asshole.
I'm doing you a favor.
All right, leave it. And he tosses it back into the hotel room as you leave and go gambling, unaware that would be the last time that Johnny would ever take off his Subway hat.
Why did he quit?
That's why Ezra wears a stupid hat.
We reveal that his fedora has been Subway branded this entire time. You guys go up and down the strip to the casinos, playing all sorts of games, table games, slot machines, sports betting. And as it's getting later and later in the day, Johnny's actually up. He's doing well. And he's feeling hot. He's on a hot streak, you know? And so as you're leaving one casino, Johnny's like, come on, Ezra, we gotta find somewhere else. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. With all this moolah, he finger guns you. Cassie and I can like really go on a nice honeymoon after this.
Quit while you're ahead, Johnny. No.
All right. One more, just for you. Let's find like one of the like real local places, you know, not the big flashy strip casinos. Somewhere a little bit more legit.
And as you guys are talking, you overhear somebody on the street. It's like, "You boys looking for a local place?"
Yeah. What if we are?
And you turn and you see this like practically hunchbacked guy, like real squat and leaning forward, and he's got like a diamond tipped cane that he's walking with. You can tell this guy's got money just looking at him, right?
And you can tell he's trustworthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, look at this rich stranger, Johnny. We should go follow him down a dark alley.
Puffing on a big cigar, big fur coat in the middle of summer in Vegas. And he's like, "Well, if you boys are looking for fun, I know quite the place where you can really have a good time. Just follow me, boys. I'll lead the way."
This sounds like our time in Spain.
It does.
And so almost trance-like, Johnny begins to follow this guy. And you go down some dark alleys, and he opens a nondescript door, kind of that you would have passed by without noticing if you were walking this way on your own. And what he opens the door into is a den of joy and pleasure and debauchery, all sorts of games to play. Big stacks of money, of these shiny coins being moved back and forth at the tables.
Whew.
With wide eyes and a dumb smile on his face, Johnny walks in. You follow behind. And this hunchbacked, diamond-caned man, with a grim look on his face, closes the door behind you. And we cut back to the present as that same door has been opened for you. You walked in and you have seen the same sights, though now, Ezra, you can see this place for what it really is. Demons, devils, and imps gambling with the souls of mortals, where you once saw the illusion, you now see the reality. And you are greeted by this imp in a top hat and tuxedo jacket who brings you inside, and you can see all these people and monsters gambling. What do you do? What is the plan here now that you're here?
Well, I mean, I'm supposed to look for these demons that we lost our games to, I guess, right? I mean, my first plan was just to scope the place out a little bit, you know, do a little walk around, maybe go get a demon drink, see if it does anything.
So Ezra's just going to start mingling and getting a scope of this place. Anybody else have anything they'd like to do while you're here?
As always, I think the most useful thing I can do is try to smell something.
Oh, demons smell funky.
Yeah, it absolutely smells super funky in here, Bobby. Brimstone and smoke, sulfur, all together. Body odor from the unwashed masses. But also, like, underneath all of that, an oddly pleasant sweet smell, sort of cinnamony.
Don't forget the smoke, just from all of the smoking.
Yeah, but that's every casino.
Okay, Ezra, go ahead, and if you're mingling, you're looking around. This is a little loose for study a place of power, but I'll allow it. You can go ahead and roll with wild for me.
Roll with wild. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a 6.
A 6, which means it's going to be a failure unless somebody can describe how they might be helping Ezra study a place of power.
Are we able to help on circle moves like that?
That's a fair question. Helping or interfering requires you to be able to directly affect the action in question. Yeah, I'm going to allow it.
So anyway, who's helping me out?
I'll help you out.
We're trying. Right. How are you helping me out?
We're just scoping the place out, right?
Dale is good at that. He specifically helped me find gremlins in the past.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm just helping him scope out, paying attention to, I assume I
pointing
can
out
see the
shit that I don't notice.
Yeah, I assume that I can see all the demons and goblins and ghouls.
I think it takes Dale like a minute or so. Like, at first things look normal, but like the deeper you get, the stranger and like blurrier things are. And by the time the like imp in the tuxedo jacket comes to greet you, you realize what this place really is, Dale.
Okay, I want to play it cool, like I still don't know that these are all monsters. And maybe let one or two of them coax me into some games so that I could assess, powerful dudes about.
Love it. Okay. Go ahead and roll with wild because you're helping out Ezra with this.
That's a
great
There's
roll.
a 10.
That's a 10. Okay, so you are able to lend a hand without exposing yourself to danger, entanglement, or cost. So you are going to be able to give Ezra a +1 to make his study a place of power, a 7, which means that will hit. And Ezra, you will uncover something about this place. An area, NPC, or item within that is not what it seems. And obviously, this entire place is not really what it seems. But you're digging even deeper into that. You're walking around. You're listening in on conversations. You're feeling in this place the movement, the transactions of souls, like deep within yourself. Like it's weirdly resonating physically within you in a way that it kind of hasn't before, but maybe it's your own soul recently changing hands that makes you hyper aware of it. And so the entire place is just like almost vibrating on a weird frequency to you. But through all of this, you do uncover something. I'm going to give you a few things here because I think that's going to be fun.
Getting a bargain bin today.
You spot Barkan at one of the tables. You know, the head of the sand dealers, the one behind that entire operation, is just here at this casino playing games, gambling. You spot him. He doesn't really seem to notice you. It just seems like he's gambling cash, which is odd because you know he's got this whole soul business, but it doesn't seem like that's what he's partaking in right now. Maybe just here for fun.
Or here for funds.
maybe funds as well. You also spot a few vampires around. Vampires that you sort of recognize from when you were at that Red Vineyard Society party. Seems like they are playing for like bags of blood, is what they're using to gamble. And lastly, you spot this hunchbacked gargoyle-like demon with a diamond-tipped cane who is just walking around the place observing, taking it all in.
That's the guy that owns the place, I think. He's the one who brought us here last time.
That is interesting, because what I was going to say Chris was looking for was look to see who looks like they're in charge and see if I know who that is.
Yeah, I think Ezra is totally able to point this guy out to you as being somebody that he remembers that brought him here. If you would like to put a name to a face, you can go ahead and roll with Wild.
I would love to do just that, good friend. So close. That's a 9.
9 is pretty good. Oh, and these are circle moves, by the way, guys. So mark your wild circles if you don't have those marked. Chris, you do know who this is. You know that this is, I suppose you could call him the proprietor, as well as the like head of security here at this casino. This is Mammon.
And what do most people know about Mammon?
You know what most people know about him, which is the two things that he cares about most are currency and souls, kind of loves them in equal measures. Definitely a tempter. He wants to trick mortals into giving up their souls, but rarely holds on to them for personal use. Mostly, uses them as assets to be invested with, traded, sold, and as such, like the assets, the money, the debts, the souls that he has constantly in flux.
That's the greedy bastard that took Johnny's soul.
Mammon, huh? Ooh, he's not a very good demon, huh? Seems like
I don't know that I've met a very good demon, to be fair.
Well, I met you. And you kind of count.
Aww.
Oh, thank you, Chris. I'm not really a demon, but
I mean, your soul's owned
Demonic.
by demons, so it kind of counts to me. Well, it seems like he's here for the love of the game. Likes collecting souls, trading them as assets to further his deals. Not someone you really want to mess with.
How powerful is he? Is he stronger than like the other demons we faced? Can we take him out back, kind of?
Is he stronger than the one not really demon that we fought that was the same thing as Ezra? Yeah, he's stronger than that.
Okay, but what about the other two demons, the actual demons?
I don't necessarily think he's as strong as them, but I also don't think we should just run up and punch him in the middle of this casino.
I mean, that's probably a bad idea. There's a bunch of them.
Ezra, what's the
plan?
Was?
You know, that is a good question.
To abduct him?
If we could, that would probably be the best course of action. Do you think we could do that? We could, sneak
Probably not, to be honest, because last time we tried to abduct someone,
It went terrible.
so, that's... But if that's the ideal, like, maybe that's what we have to try to do anyway.
Maybe we can just, trick him into coming with us. This guy's gonna this guy might just tell us everything we want to know if we beat him in a game.
Can we beat him in a game?
If he's not a cheater. Are you a cheater, Chris? Because that might help us.
I mean, I can try cheating. I can say with utmost certainty he is a cheater. Never played a game with him. I feel like I can call that.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if you can cheat.
I can try.
You got magic. You got anything that turns shitty hand into a good hand?
Yeah, but I feel like it's like I don't have like a subtle spell kind of feature where I can just hide that I'm casting magic.
Yeah, what if you just stand in the background and then, change my spells change the cards from there?
Yeah, like, Watto throws the dice and Qui-Gon uses the Force to make it turn upright so that Anakin
Wow,
gets free.
really cool
Yeah.
reference.
Hey, I know that Ezra loves the Phantom Menace.
It's one of my favorites.
That's
No, yeah,
really
that
sad
checks
for
out.
you, but look, the Force is not magic. That is not how magic works. I want to be very clear. I do not have any midichlorians, okay? That's just not how this works. I draw like magic runes. I draw on the magic in the air. It's a lot more noticeable than like push. Oh, I wave my hand. Now you do what I say. That's ridiculous. This man clearly has never met a wizard.
So what you're saying is you're not as cool as a Jedi.
No, I'm saying I'm a lot more realistic and cool than a Jedi.
And Imp flies up to you guys and is like,
You guys looking for midichlorians?
Yeah, if midichlorians is a really cool designer drug, then I think we probably are.
Yeah.
and he's like scratching his nose, like rubbing his like fingers over the gums of his mouth, be like,
Yeah, I can get you midichlorians. Yeah.
Audience, go watch the Arlenauts Star Wars dubs to understand that reference.
I don't understand that reference that you just made.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I don't either.
I was just doing something I thought was funny.
no. There's a Star Wars parody dub, and one of the lines is, "Master, sir, what are midichlorians?" And Qui-Gon's just like, "It's heroin."
I've not seen this.
So what do you guys want to do? You going up to Mammon? You doing something else?
Yeah, I guess we should probably go up to him, right? That's the only way Ezra knows how to operate.
I was just gonna channel magic and link us up so we can talk in our heads.
Roll your channel.
I failed.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Okay.
Who can help?
Oh no.
Oh, can I? Oh wait, no. That's what did you roll?
I rolled a
Wait,
6.
Did you roll? Yo, can I try to help?
How can you help Chris channel magic? You could give her some sand.
Yeah.
I technically don't.
I don't want that.
Oh wait, no, I took it all. So yeah, I could give her some sand.
I'm good.
But that's not gonna work.
Oh, but it would be so good. Chris gets high to use magic.
No,
There's got to be another way.
not selling my soul while we're in a demon casino just to cast a spell. I'm good.
I don't think there's a narrative way I can justify Bobby helping with this. So I don't think so. Chris, do you get anything on a failed channel magic?
I can hold one, but I cannot channel again this scene. So I am able to link us, but that would be the only magic spell I can cast for this scene. So I cannot cast another spell to make the cards change to the correct cards meaning.
So as you are trying to channel Chris, you see that there are like these infernal runes in the walls that are almost like reacting to you trying to channel magic, that there are deterrents in here to prevent wizardly cheating. And you're able to get a little bit of magic, but that's it.
Yeah, I think I'm like channeling into my magic stones, and then you just see like the runes on the wall glow as I'm like channeling the magic, and then just two of my stones completely crack and like turn into dust.
Absolutely.
And you just see one like faintly glowing with a little bit of magic.
So with that little bit of magic, you're doing the telepathic connection, or are you saving it?
Yeah, I'm gonna link us up so we can telepathically connect. Yes.
Can you do that for everybody, or is it just a smaller group?
No, I can only do it for 3 of us.
Who's the odd man out?
Well, I feel like Ezra has to be included, and then probably Dale.
Woo!
It's probably, sorry, Bobby,
Yeah, fuck you.
but you were unable to help me, so it's your fault.
Very good. Okay, so Dale, Ezra, Chris linked up as Ezra approaches Mammon, the demon. What is your play here, Ezra?
So you're the big guy in charge around here, huh?
And this gargoyle-faced demon turns around to face you. And the first thing that you recognize here, absolutely no look of realization of who you are, Ezra.
That was the first thing I was going to ask for anyway. Okay.
Obviously does not remember you. No question in your mind at all. Like, eyes don't go wide, no display of recognition at all. And instead, he just smiles politely as if anyone had walked up to him and said,
Yes, hello. Yes, I am Mammon. Welcome to my den of sin.
Quite the place you got
How
here.
can I help you? Oh, thank you. Yes, I am quite pleased with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a big demon boss like yourself, probably, anything's for sale, right? I was wondering if maybe you'd be able to help me with a little information.
Oh, you have come to the right place. Yes, anything and everything is for sale from Mammon. Tell me, young one, what is the information you seek?
Well, you see, a little while back, you dealt with a particular soul I'm looking for. I was hoping maybe you kept a record of where those things may have ended up.
Yes. What sort of businessman would I be if I didn't keep everything up to date in my QuickBooks?
You and your spreadsheets.
So, what'll it take to pry it out of you? Just, one measly mortal soul.
One measly mortal soul? Well, the cost would depend on the information. What is the soul you seek?
May 5th, 2023, you took a soul, Johnny Angelino.
He thumbs through his BlackBerry, just like a normal BlackBerry, and he's like,
Johnny Angelino, May 5th, 2003.
and he keeps scrolling.
Oh, yes, Johnny Angelino.
And he pockets the BlackBerry once more.
Quite an interesting history on this particular asset. Oh, may I ask, out of curiosity, what is your interest in the soul of Mr. Angelino?
Oh, I'm just working tainted here. I don't really get involved in the details. Someone more important than me tells me to track down a soul, I go find it. Yes, you get it?
Oh, serving a master, are you? I never really got into the whole tainted business myself. Well, I can understand the appeal for my colleagues. Who is your master?
They told me not to go around talking about him. I think they're kind of running on the down low lately. There's a lot of powerful guys around here.
Classic demonic paranoia. Yes. Well, you can run back to your master and tell them that if they want to know the whereabouts of Mr. Angelino's soul, Mammon would be most pleased to facilitate that transaction for a simple fee of $2 million.
$2 million. Whew. Well, I don't know. Okay, how about
or equivalent currency in a converted rate.
It's the Bitcoin arc.
Yeah.
Have you heard about these non-fungible tokens? Those were my idea. I did those.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
You know Hawk Tua? That was me.
Oh my god!
Did that happen yet in universe?
I don't think so.
It happened earlier in the universe with demons running around.
Just be safe and go with the apes or whatever they were. Do you remember those?
Yeah. The bored apes. Yeah.
The bored apes. That's what they were. Stupid.
You know Elon Musk.
That's my nephew.
I sold his dad that emerald mine.
I always figured he had something going on with demons, but you could never be too sure.
Oh yeah. Cybertrucks, that was me.
Oh man. All right. Well, is there anything else we can do? Maybe play a game for it.
Take him to the car wash. That was my idea.
Oh man. So, my patron's on a little bit of a budget at the moment. You think maybe we could trade a favor for a favor? You said you don't have any tainted.
He scratches his chin. It sounds like you are trying to convince an NPC.
Sure.
You can go ahead and roll with heart.
Hearts have blood, right? You roll with blood? Blood heart? 11.
Well played, sir.
At that.
Good work.
Okay, so that's a hit. They see your point and are willing to do as you ask. And on an 11, they're not even gonna counter that. So if the promise that you are making is like in exchange for this information, you will do something for him. You will essentially give a debt to Mammon.
Yes.
Yeah, that is something that he is amenable to. And so Mammon like really stares at you, Ezra. And like his eyes are glowing with white energy, white hot energy. And he sees you for what you are. He sees the emptiness inside of you where your soul once was.
Oh, yes, it's all coming back to me now. Angelino and Fontaine. Oh, and you and yours have had quite a history in these past few months as well, haven't you?
You've heard of us. I guess we're famous, huh?
I can see the markers of what's been given and what's been taken. Fascinating. All right, Ezra Fontaine. You have me intrigued. The information is yours.
Huh? Really?
Save your $2 million US.
Oh, wow. Great. Thank you. Didn't expect that to be good. I mean, I'm great at doing things.
According to my records, the soul of Johnny Angelino is part of a menagerie now, combined with other assets, but within the clutches of the one split in two.
One split in two. What? Who's the one split in two?
That's the guy we're looking for. That's like connected to the whole thing.
I mentally say, I know Chris. I'm trying to see if he'll tell us who he is.
Okay, I'm just making sure because you often forget important details like that. So I just now go on, carry on.
An archmage of significant and peculiar powers. What could he be doing with a menagerie of souls?
Smile spreads across Mammon's face.
Probably something you wouldn't like, Mr. Fontaine.
I guess the next place to go is figure out where this guy's hiding, huh? I don't suppose you've heard any rumors you want to share? One friend to another?
Mammon doesn't have friends. Only customers.
Ezra, you don't want to be friends with someone who refers to themselves in the third person.
No, I know. I obviously hate this guy. Chris, I'm just trying to work the room.
And while all information, all assets are available for sale, there are prices that I think you are unable to pay.
And I suppose this is one of them, huh?
I suppose it is.
All right, Mammon. I appreciate the information. I guess give me a holler if you need something done. Just don't make it really fucked up or I'm going to be mad at you.
Oh, there is something that I actually could use your assistance for. Now that I have a debt burning a hole in my pocket.
Oh, man, you really like to use these things, huh?
What else are they for, if not to use?
I suppose so. All right, well, I guess we did agree. What are you looking for?
Mammon puts a hand on you and sort of spins you around, Ezra, pointing you in the direction of that table of vampires that are gambling with sort of like medical blood bags.
You see those vamps there? Belong to a group called the Red Vineyard Society. They and their little leader have run up quite a tab. I need them to pay. Why don't you see if you can convince them that it's time to settle their debts?
All right. That's the kind of thing I'm used to doing.
Well, go on
And
then.
then he slaps you on the ass and walks away.
Ooh. All right. I communicate in my head. Hey, so just watch out, guys. I might have to start a fight with some vampires, but so hey, keep an eye out. Hey, Chris, you're magical. Can you still do magic?
What kind of magic?
I don't know. Get creative if the vampires do something crazy.
I can get creative.
Okay, so, Bobby. I actually have to walk up to Bobby because he can't hear me in my head.
Yeah. Talk with your mouth.
Bobby. So those dudes over there, they're vampires, and I might have to start a fight with them. So you should, like flank the table a little or something in case, I need a little backup.
Okay. Do I recognize anyone at the table? Do I see anything familiar?
Yeah, when you look over to him, you definitely recognize a few people that were at the Red Vineyard Society party.
Shit. You gotta start a fight with those vampires?
Well, not if they pay their debts and leave, but it's just how casinos are, and how vampires are. Sometimes they're kind of mean.
All right, yeah.
So yes, you're gonna start a fight with them, huh?
All right, I'm gonna keep.
I'll try not to.
I'll keep an eye out, but try to keep it chill. All right.
Oh yeah. Look, you know me, chill as a cucumber.
Okay, so that's making me feel less good about this.
Does Dale want to confront the vampires that are a part of Vincent Van Gogh's faction at all, or?
Yeah, you know what? I do want to go talk to these vampires.
That I'm about to kick out? Or are you going to kick him out with me?
I'm going to kick them out with you. I'm going to kick them out with you because fuck the vampires. Fuck the vamps. Let's go werewolves.
I mean, yeah, but also these are my friend vampires, so it's kind of.
They're not my friend vampires.
You know what?
We just keep on killing Dom's friends.
I'm gonna go talk to Barkon before we get into a giant fight, and I try to stop them from killing my vampire friends. Just because he's around.
We might not fight them. They might not like that here.
I know. Well, let's hope, because if you fight them, that's going to be an actual problem. So
another one. Everything's a fucking problem with Bobby.
Yeah, well, that's what he gets for fucking.
Okay, no.
He likes all the evil people.
Okay, it's complicated.
That we don't like. I mean, we all like evil people.
We're set up to like certain characters.
And it is like, I'm going to do something sketchy.
Okay, Mike is obviously designing this to put us in conflict. Like, this is...
I know he is, but also you could work with the party a little bit more.
I've been trying to do that since like episode 7, and every time you guys are just like, nope, not interested. So you walk up to Barkon's table.
Do you just sit at the table? Oh man, just sit at the table and gamble with him. You don't have enough money for that.
Oh, maybe he has something else. And
Don't do it, Bobby.
Barkon, this creature of just like pure fire and smoke and a shadowy silhouette in the middle of all of that, is just seated at a blackjack table. And as you walk up, he's just like, hit. And the dealer like flips over card and it's like, Oh, I'm so sorry. That's 23, Mr. Barkhan. And collects Barkhan's money, and Barkhan just chuckles, clearly enjoying himself despite all this.
Yeah, it's something else watching a demon lose money at a casino. But, you seem in good spirits.
I am in good spirits. Yes, I have been celebrating, Bobby. Why don't you join me?
What's the cause for celebration?
Business is booming. Yes, there's always ups and downs, but it has been more up than down recently. Up is often unusual for demons, Bobby. So accustomed we are to being down below. I have to say, I enjoy being up.
Yeah. Yeah, most of us like being up. That's,
No, you get it because I'm
No.
making a joke about
No, I get it.
Hell is
below, hell is below,
yes.
as above, so is below. No, I got you. You're good.
Yes, exactly.
I wanted to check in on what's going on with Azrael these days. I heard he got rid of Ezra.
Yes, I have heard that as well.
And the head of the silhouette turns to look at Ezra as he and Dale are starting to walk up to the table of vampires.
Seems to be doing fine for himself, in spite of it.
You don't know anything about his new lieutenants or dogs, do you?
What?
Who's working for Azrael now?
Is basically what he asked.
I think that's a little in limbo at the moment. Another Underworld joke.
Nope, I got it. That was good.
I like this guy.
Honestly, you could let those sit more and they kind of work, but over explaining it is a lot, especially that limbo one that was the other one was very clear, but obviously I wasn't giving the reaction that you wanted, which I understand, but the limbo one, you could have let that sit.
Maybe he just doesn't think that you understand demon humor. He's like, I just gotta explain it for the Morty.
But Bobby, you are feeling this joyfulness radiate from this demon, which is a little weird, right? They're not supposed to be giddy, but he's giddy right now. As he's saying,
Oh, no, Azrael has had better days. His best are long behind him, Bobby.
Is that so?
Everything is going according to plan.
Well, okay then. Can we make a move on him?
Are you ready to make a move? Because it may just be the best time to do so.
I don't know. More power would be nice.
Azrael has been weak for a long time. I've taken what I can from him, but he has so little left to offer me. His usefulness has run its course. Let's do it, Bobby. Let's make one less demon in this city.
It always sounds like a good thing to me.
Do you think your friend will try to stop you? Is he sentimental about his former master?
No. He won't be a problem.
Excellent.
And Barkan rises from the table, collects his money. He just like waves his hand over a stack of bills, and they just disappear in a puff of smoke.
I have something special for you, Bobby. Something that will give you what you need to do what must be done. If you're ready for it, I will have it delivered to you. But there is no going back once you accept it. How far are you willing to go, Bobby, to get what you want?
Far enough.
Most excellent.
And the smoke and flame and shadow that make up Barkan's form just sort of collapse in on itself to a pinpoint and then vanishes.
Okay. Cool. I'm satisfied. You guys can go beat up vampires.
Chris, you going to beat up vampires too?
I'm gonna stand in the corner and watch my friend attempt to beat up vampires.
Cool. Dale and Ezra, you guys approach the table where the vampires are sliding these blood bags back and forth to each other as they play cards. And one of them kind of like glances up at you as you walk over before like turning his attentions back to his cards and says, "Sorry, friend, but this table is full."
Oh my god.
Oh shit, we got Count Chocula.
So he's purple.
One. The skin is felt.
Is he drinking chocolate milk? I thought that was blood from over there. Look, I've been sent over. See, it seems that we're actually closing a little early for the day, so you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
The small group looks up at you. There's like 4 of them here, and they're like really giving you the stink eye. Like, are you serious right now? And then one of them's like, "Hey, wait a minute, you," and points at Dale. "How do I know you?"
You must have me confused with someone else.
And one of the other vampires nudges that one in the side and whispers in his ear. And it's like, "No way! It's that guy!" And they all start laughing.
I imagine they're also drinking goblets of blood, since that's all vampires care about, apparently, is blood.
Yeah, 3 goblets of blood and 1 carton of chocolate milk.
I knock over the chocolate milk angrily.
Hey, what the fuck, bro?
I turn to the dealer and I say, "Why don't you go take a smoke break?"
You heard the man. He said it's time to leave.
The imp dealer like just throws up his hands and flies away from the table. The one whose chocolate milk you knocked over stands up and he pokes his long finger into your chest, Dale, and he says, Hey, we're just having fun, hanging out at our favorite casino. Why don't you go run along home to your wife? Oh, wait, you can't. Ho, 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 ho.
Choss?
Yeah, it's me.
Interdimensional travel.
For some reason, I really hate that vampire.
I punch him in the face.
You punch him in the face, Dale.
What a bunch of sellouts.
Punch in the face. Go ahead and roll with blood for me, Dale, as you turn to violence.
My awful -1 blood. That's a 7. I punch him in the face.
You punch the chocolate drinking vampire right in the nose. You feel it, the cartilage breaking under your fist. Oh, what the fuck? Oh. As he falls to the ground. And
You don't talk about my wife.
one of the other vampires stands up and is like, "Hey there, friend. This is my voice." I don't like you. And now I'm gonna suck your blood on the next episode of Escape the Dungeon. Thank you for listening to Escape the Dungeon. Escape the Dungeon is created by Dom Brass, Nate Brass, Zach Brass, and Mike Cripps, with editing and original music by Tyler Knittle. If you enjoyed this show, please consider subscribing and leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. To find us on social media, go to escapethedungeonpod.com.